Before I introduce myself, a round of applause for this great jazz band led by Gene Johnson. My name is Albert Kumpel. I am part of the Social Studies department here, and I'm also director of the Criminal Justice Academy. It's an honor to speak on behalf of the principal and the entire school here. It's a perfect day. I mean, what day is it today? Well, for the students, for the respectful, attentive students, it's 7th period Friday. But better than that, it is International Day of the Woman. Now, International Day of the Woman, that initiative is aimed at gender equality. It's greater awareness of discrimination. And it's also a celebration of women's achievements. So it's a perfect day. It just makes sense how appropriate it is that we have a ceremony here to officially bring in Senator Melissa Hurtado. Before we do that, the South High JROTC will present the colors, lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance, after which Ms. Kamari Patrick will lead a rendition of the national anthem, after which she will share some remarks.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. and good afternoon. My name is Kamari Patrick Boone. I am the South High School ASB Commissioner of Rallies, and it is my honor to thank Senator Hurtado for being here today to take her oath of office. It is very important for young Americans that live in our area to know that we are represented by people who care about us and want to help us achieve the American dream just like you have, Senator. Thank you for taking time to be with us today. It means a lot to us to know that a woman from our valley has earned your position. We look forward to you representing us.
Assemblymember Rudy Salas, Jr. was born and raised in California's Central Valley, and he is a proud South High graduate. On his path to public service, Mr. Salas held several different jobs to save for college, including working in the agricultural and oil industry. He graduated from UCLA with degrees in history and political science, and went to work at the White House before returning to Bakersfield. Shortly after, Mr. Salas realized his dream of representing and fighting for the community he was born and raised in by becoming the first Hispanic to serve on the Bakersfield City Council. Mr. Salas has had the honor of serving in the California State Assembly since he was first elected to represent the 32nd Assembly District in November 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rudy Salas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me tell you, it's great to be back at South High. What's the saying? Students, help me out. What's a rebel? Always a rebel. That's it. But I'll tell you, it's a lot better coming back and not having to rush to 7th period or to 6th period or anything in between. But before I begin, I just want to recognize some of the dignitaries that are in the room. So if we could have our elected officials please stand, and I will call you out. So please stand up if you're an elected official. So the great thing about Senator Hurtado is she brings elected officials up and down the entire valley. Pete, you didn't stand up, but you count. Our former supervisor, but we have people from, please. We have people here from the Board of Supervisors. We have people here from the city of Bakersfield. I see our council member, Andre Gonzalez, stand up. We have another council member, Andre. Our mayor, Karen Go.
Brian Osorio, Delano.
All right, we'll just move to Delano. So, we have Brian. Where are you, Brian? Brian, one of the youngest council members in the city of Delano. Mayor. Our past mayor, Grace Vallejo, from the city of Delano as well. One of our youngest mayors out in the city of Arvin, Mr. Jose Garola. One of our youngest council members in the city of Wasco, Alex Garcia. our youngest council members. This is actually Melissa's sister. So if you see the theme here, on International Women's Day, that we have plenty of women, but we need more. And the other theme that I hope the students recognize here is how young everybody is. I remember when I first ran, people said, "You're too young." Guess what? Ran anyways. Guess what? Won. And each one of these individuals can tell you the same thing, right? When you want to make a difference in your community, don't let people stand in the way. Don't let negativity become an unsurmountable barrier that you can't overcome and achieve. Use it as fuel. Use it as a reason why you're going to go out and actually prove everybody wrong. Does anybody want to prove people wrong? Yeah. About the success of your future? Yeah. If you do, I want to hear a clap. So that's why it's my honor to be here. When Senator Hurtado asked me to administer the oath, I was extremely pleased and just so happy. There's just so many great things to talk about. Melissa, Senator Hurtado, I'm going to keep calling you Melissa because Melissa is a part of each one of us. Her story, not only of being the youngest state senator in the California State Senate right now. Did you guys know that? The youngest state senator. I want you to applaud if this is true for you. Daughter of immigrant parents looking for a better life. The first in their family to graduate from college. Someone that wants to go out, capture their dreams, and make a difference. Melissa's story is a story that can be told many, many times over. But it's examples, such as Ms. Hurtado's, that remind us that government or making a difference isn't too far or unachievable for any of us. We can go out and we can go and be that difference in our community, be that difference in our region, and it's going to be the big difference in our state and in our country. We are the people that matter. We are the people that are going to make the difference. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that is here that helped on Melissa's journey. It all started with a vision. It started with a plan. It started with waking up and saying, I want to make a difference for the families that live here in the Valley, for the families that live here in California, and to be that beacon and that light to show that we can make that difference together. And so at this time, I'm going to call up Senator Hurtado so that we can officially administer her oath of office. So let's welcome her up. So if you'll please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Melissa Hurtado,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the State of California, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon
discharge the duties upon
which I am about to enter.
I am about to enter.
And during such time
And during such time
as I hold office
as I hold office
of State Senate District 14.
of State Senate District 14.
Congratulations. Now, on this day of International Women's Day, which couldn't be more fitting, we will now have some remarks from Senator Hurtado.
Thank you, Assemblymember Hurtado, for taking time out of your busy schedule to administer this ceremony. As a former student of South High, he remains true to his rebel colors and continues to shine throughout the state of California. He has been a great partner and mentor as we work together to improve the Valley. I'd also like to thank our distinguished guests and all the local officials who are here today. I'd also like to recognize Kamari, who sang the national anthem beautifully. For emceeing the event today. Thank you so much. But more importantly, today is about our amazing faculty members and students who organized this entire event. Thank you. I'd also like to give a special recognition to Principal Connie Brumley. Are you in the room right now? Yes. This swearing-in ceremony is symbolic in 3 ways. First, today is International Women's Day. It's a day to recognize and empower women all around the world. So I'd like to take this moment to recognize a few of the women who often don't get credit, but have shaped and continue to shape who I am today and our communities. My amazing mother, who every day challenges me to be an independent and strong woman. She is the person who I have inherited this big heart from. Mami, en este Día de la Mujer, gracias por tu apoyo, eres mi inspiración, te amo. And of course, my sister, Esmeralda Hurtado, who at the age of 21 is the youngest and only woman serving on the Sanger City Council. Yeah. The wonderful women of our team that make sure our communities at Senate District 14 is being heard and that our communities are being served. Maria Lemos, Sherry Gang, Carmen, Alicia, Mary, Sarah, Laura, Adriana, and Marisol. But I'd also like to extend appreciation to our sisters, Carla Castilla, who is the Chief of Staff for Assemblymember Rudy Salas, and Michelle Garcia, who together we work as a family to make sure that our communities are being represented in Sacramento. But also to all the young women in this auditorium who keep me motivated to represent you all well, because I want you all to break the glass ceiling and achieve the American dream. But lastly, I'd like to also thank the faculty and administration, because without our educators, we would not be the people who we are today. The second reason it was important to hold a ceremony outside of my home county. I may not be from Kern County, but it did not take long for me to fall in love with the people of Kern. You all embraced me and impressed me with your kindred spirit for helping others. And the third reason, quality education made a difference in my life, as it did with Assemblymember Rudy Salas being a graduate of here. So I felt a school was the right location. So when I turned to my colleague, Assemblymember Salas, a while back, I asked him what high school he went to. Well, he thought it was a random, maybe even a bit of a creepy question to ask. It was a question with good purpose. See, his success story coming out of South High really resonates with me because it is reflective of my own upbringing, a story that may resonate with many of you too. So 3 weeks ago, I unexpectedly walked into the front office here and said, "Hi, my name is Senator Melissa Hurtado. I'd love to meet your principal." Not realizing that that day they were actually scheduled to be in a half-day meeting. The faculty member started calling her phone and trying to get a hold of her. And 10 minutes later, she came out to the front, and I apologize for surprising, randomly here at the school, but I told her I was interested in holding my community swearing-in event here. And the first thing Principal Grumley said to me was, "The students of South High would love to host your ceremony. As long as you take into consideration their aspirations and their dreams." Her passion and drive to provide students with a pathway to reaching their dreams is an inspiration. It reminded me of the time when I was a student at Sanger High School. As a daughter of immigrant parents from Mexico, I faced many challenges alongside my peers who were also paving a pathway not only for themselves, but for the next generation of their families. No one in my family had graduated from high school. I was the first. On top of that, no one in my family had ever attended college. I was the first. And during high school, to make matters even worse, an illness struck me freshman year. And as a result, I had a 1.0 GPA at the end of the semester. All I could think of was of my father's push and dream for me to complete and receive my high school diploma because nobody else had accomplished such a big thing in our family. And I was frustrated, I was sad, and quite frankly, I was lost. But my mother always taught me to find a way. And the search for help led me to the Upward Bound program, a program that helps first-generation college-bound students from disadvantaged communities. They started to expose me to the power of learning. And as we started doing tours of universities, I was inspired and driven by what a college degree could offer for me and my family. By the end of my senior year, I was an honor roll student and had acceptance offers to multiple four-year universities. You see, just like a South High rebel, I was tenacious and eager to pull not only myself, but my entire family out of poverty. And do you want to know how I plan to do that? A quality education. Because as a student, I was considered socioeconomically disadvantaged. That meant that the odds were against my success. And for me, that meant that to even have a dream, that in itself was rebellious, it was daring, and it was bold. Last night, I searched South High on the California School Dashboard. And according to the site, nearly 95% of the students who attend South High are also considered socioeconomically disadvantaged. But you want to know something else? Yes. Rebels do it right. South High has a 92% graduation rate. South High is ranked number 2 in the district for having the most accepted UC applicants. South High was also ranked number 1 last year for the largest number of students who completed their FAFSA. So today, I want you to know that I was just like you. And before I leave here today, before you all leave here today, I want to dare you to be bold, to break the mold, and live out your dreams. Thank you.
Senator, it's been a good week for you. It's my understanding that a couple of days ago was your birthday. Is that correct? Well, Ms. Polito has something to present to you to recognize your birthday.
It was a couple of days ago, but I would love if we can all join together and sing happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy
Esteemed guests, thank you very much for your attendance. This concludes the swearing in of Senator Hurtado. Thank you very much.
Thank you.